very good afternoon to one and all present. Myself, Hani Sultana, assistant professor, belongs to Department of Management Studies, SNS College of Technology. And today, as a part of lecture series, we are discussing the topic operations planning under the subject operations management. And last video, we were discussing about the what is the operation planning and the meaning and definition, and what are the important components or elements present in the operations planning. So first component, it is about demand forecasting, and we broadly discussed about the demand forecasting and what are the methods which is available and what is the need for demand forecasting, etc. And next we had the capacity planning, and to the next we had master production schedule and material requirement planning, etc. So what is the component it is required in each of the elements we were discussed broadly. And next we have the element as inventory management. So the managing inventory to levels to balance the holding inventory with the risk of stockouts, which means so we need to assess and plan in advance that what is the required volume of production products to be produced, and what is the required raw materials has to be stocked, because if in case if it is seasonal products, we need to analyze the seasonal demand and we have to stock in the warehouse to avoid the unnecessary spending towards the raw materials. And also we have the resource allocation. So with the resource allocation we have such as labors. So this we have discussed on the factors of production like labor. So what is the labor equipment it is needed, whether so if you are going for any variable increase in marginal increase in the, we call it as marginal increase in any volume of goods to be produced, we have to estimate the, we cannot equip the same labors. We have to either we have to go for shift basis, or either we have to implement little increase in the laborers, and to facilitate to specific tasks to project based on the demand forecast, production schedule, and the capacity constraints as well. And next we have the see, for example, we have the quality management. So establishing the processes and procedures to ensure the products or services. So the quality check, here we focus on the quality standards, that is ISI standards. If you are going for any food products, any consumer products, or any for example any durable products, we check on the ISI number, whether it is a standardized to use the product, and it is based on the, this is calculated on the basis of meeting the quality standards and customer expectations as well. So this also includes the control measures and inspections and continuous improvement in the initiatives which is carried out. And the supplier management, so we have to have a good rapport between the managing relationship with the suppliers to ensure a reliable and cost effective supply of materials and components. This may involve the negotiative contracts, monitoring the supplier performance, and implementing the vendor management strategies as well. So to summarize, and this is all about the elements, and to summarize we have come across the meaning. So what is the meaning of operations planning, why it is important, and as we discussed, like why not in the, this topic has to be discussed in the beginning of the unit, why not operations planning, then comes the demand forecasting. To understand the forecasting is the our major objectivity in the second unit, and this operation planning is one of the planning comes on after we review the demand forecasting. Now we can understand this is one of the most important aspect and component in to understand in operations planning. So we have come across forecasting and capacity planning. And what is capacity? So the amount of capacity, for example, we have quoted many examples, and to work with the real-time example, I can say, like if you have a classroom, so for example, if you have classroom, students can able to equip 60 students. We cannot have 120 or 150 students into the classroom, and this is the capacity we are talking about. And inventory management, it is all about, we discuss briefly in the our next next topic. So what are the types of inventory, like FIFO, LIFO method. And to start with, to manage the inventory, we have to plan in advance about the requirement of raw material, etc. And we have focused on understanding towards the quality management, and what are the things available, and how the quality standards is maintained. And next we have come across master production schedule and the supplier management, like master production schedule in the sense, like how what kind of inventory. So if we have one output, it is not mean that only one raw material has been the input for the one output of the product. So we have several inputs and several stages or processes has to be carried out to bring the to make the possible transformation process to deliver us the outcome product. So what is the production schedule on which type of raw material is applicable. So this is the most important thing. And supplier management, and to make an build a rapport between the supplier management. So these are the things which we have come across. And this is for the process of converting. We know this is for your assessment. The process of converting inputs into output is known as, we know that it is literally it is operations management. And thank you for listening my video.